Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Safety Systems, audio-visual setups and home theater systems, home automation from lights, climate control, doors, and windows that lock at the push of a button, and of course the best security and life safety systems out there, complete with local monitoring. Visit safetysystems.com. You see the website right there to see more about what they do. They are a full spectrum company. Now they're known for their security systems and their life safety systems, and those are great. I can attest to their home theater stuff. These guys are tremendous. Give them a holler. Safety Systems. Okay, let's take a look here. I mentioned there could be some issues. Let's look at short-term expectations. First of all, Jeremy Pruitt next year, first-time head coach. All right. Tyson Helton, if he is the play caller, and it looks that way, he'll be a first-time play caller. On defense, if it's Kevin Shure, which is what it looks to be, first-time play caller on defense. Now, not to scare anybody, but the last two guys to be first-time play callers on offense and defense at the University of Tennessee were Larry Scott and Sal Sunseri. I will start down there with Ryan and Mike. Knowing the roster, where are the expectations for 2018?
I look more at the roster when I think about expectations for next year. I don't think it's much about the first-time coordinator or coach deal. I think you either get it or you don't as a coach, and those guys I'm sure will go through a learning curve. They may have some issues at some point, but I don't think that greatly affects the record. I think the roster still has the same issues that you had this year, though. You got to figure out quarterback. You got to figure out the offensive line now. The defense has some issues, so I think still 7-5 somewhere around there. I think it's a team that will struggle to get to a nice bowl game next year.
Okay,
I'm on board with him. I mean, you look at Philip Fulmer, his first year as a play caller back in '89, whatever that was.
No problems.
There's so many of them that did fine. I'm like you. It's more about the roster.
Okay, I think there's such a thing as a learning curve in that you look at Kirby Smart. Georgia won 10 games the year before he got there. He goes down there, they go 7-5 in the regular season. And everybody was saying he better win 9 or 10 games his first year. They went 7-5, won a bowl game. Second year he's in the college football playoff. I just think, I look at that and I'm concerned because if one of those guys isn't up to speed on the play calling thing, it can undercut your whole season. So to me, that's one to watch. That's a concern. Doesn't mean it's not going to work. I'm just saying first year may be a little bumpy compared to what the second year might be.
Won't be any worse than what it was last year.
Can't be, yeah. That wasn't bumpy. That was clippy. All right, in terms of long-term expectations, Jimmy and Bob, Philip Fulmer has told candidates during the interviews that he was going to be kind of hands-on. He's going to be involved in the football program. That can be a great thing for a first-time head coach. Could also be a bad thing for a first-time head coach. Over time, you know, you look at Barry Alvarez at Wisconsin. That's the only other AD in a Power 5 conference who was a former football coach. They have a good winning program up there. He has had a hard time keeping coaches because they want to get up from under his rule. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's a concern? Big concern? Small concern? Not a concern?
How about a medium concern?
Medium
Land
concern.
right in the middle.
One thing I didn't say.
Because if Coach Fulmer is getting into the play calling, the game planning, this sort of thing, okay, I think that can be a big negative. If he's getting into here's how you run this organization as a head coach, I think that can be a good thing. So it depends on what level does he get down into as far as his advice and what he wants Coach Pruitt to do.
Is it a concern at all?
I'm going to say not really, because I think the most influential person that Philip Fulmer had during his tenure as Tennessee's coach was Doug Dickey. And I think Doug Dickey was a mentor, not a meddler. So I think that Fulmer learned from that, and I think what he'll do is if Pruitt has a question, I'll go help him any way I can, but I'm not going to meddle in this day-to-day business, which Dickey did not do when Fulmer was a coach.
And the meddling would be the big concern.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where the big one comes from.
Okay. Rapid-fire questions on everything from T. Martin to some missing Haslams to the good buyout favorite Tennessee. When does that ever happen? We'll discuss all that and much more. Come on back on the Sports Source.